Along with Guns, the Suicide Squad came the beloved characters that were brought to life, and one of those is Bloodsport, a character that has picked up some hype over the last couple of months. The only reason I needed to tell you everything I know about the project involving the character and give you a first look into things.
A world-class marksman. In his hands, anything is a deadly weapon.
Not many reboots end in a good way, but that was not the case with James Gunn's The Suicide Squad reboot, a movie that received a lot more positive critical acclaim when compared to its predecessor. And I cannot help but wonder why that was the case. Is it the James Gunn factor, or is it something else entirely? Well, after a little bit of digging, I managed to summarize the things that made the movie a better one. The story, of course, but more importantly, the characters who, despite being misfits, found their place in the world after joining the team. One of those characters is also Robert DuBois, known by his codename Bloodsport. You know, the one Idris Elba portrayed in James Gunn's take on the franchise?
What?
You just said each member of the team is chosen for their unique abilities. He does exactly what I do, but better.
Well, up until his debut in the live action, not many people knew that Bloodsport even existed. However, the combination of how the character was portrayed by Elba and his story, it seems like nowadays more and more people know about the character, which is a good thing, simply because of the reason why I'm here, to tell you all about speculation revolving around a Bloodsport project already in the works, something that has been set quite a while ago, but the news has picked up some hype just recently, and without further ado, let's dive right in. First appearing in John Byrne's Superman Volume 2 Issue 4, in 1987, for many comic book fans the character came right out of the blue, but it quickly received a lot of fans. Maybe it was because of his assassin skills being hired to kill Superman? Yeah, probably that. However, he ultimately failed and was arrested and incarcerated in Bellerive, the prison where he's recruited from to become a member of the Suicide Squad to face the threat in Gunn's take on the franchise. One of the characters with that he formed a very close bond is Ratcatcher 2, who in the movie was portrayed by the likes of Daniela Melchior to perfection. Hence, expect to see Ratcatcher 2 to make an appearance in the upcoming Bloodsport project, that is if the movie or the series gets a green light, of course. Judging by the movie, for all of you who have seen it, you can see that he and Rick Flag kind of know each other. Well, that's because the two served together before DuBois became the hardened mercenary assassin under the name of Bloodsport. Seeing how dangerous Nazi's Project Starfish was, Waller had no chance but to use DuBois' daughter to blackmail him into becoming part of Task Force X, the Suicide's team that was sent on a mission to hit that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, in reality, the team that was sent to destroy Project Starfish in the latest movie on the mission, a whole lot is happening, but ultimately the team manages to take down Project Starfish, which in fact turned out to be one massive alien starfish named Starro. After the entire thing ended, Rick Flag used the hard drive he found, blackmails Waller into letting him go, and his surviving teammates and his daughter go free. The sudden loss of Flag leaves Bloodsport alone, who talks about his lack of friends, which is followed by Harley, who decides to offer her friendship to DuBois.
I could be your friend, Milton.
Not my name.
The two together are joined by the others and board the plane to go home, which is also the last time we see Bloodsport in the live action, which certainly leaves a lot of doors open about where the story could go in the rumored project. Speaking of which, there was an update on the aforementioned project by Gunn himself, who responded to a story on Twitter, and I quote, "There is a possibility of seeing more #Bloodsport in the near future, something I would love to see. But there's currently nothing in development, so this story is false. This tells us two things. One thing, there's currently nothing happening in Warner Brothers, but Gunn's excitement, on the other hand, could very well be the reason why a project could be made for Bloodsport.
He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet. DuBois.
Same answer as the last time. Piss off.
Especially now that he's taken it upon himself to start a DCU live-action universe, much like what the MCU is right now. This would give him the freedom to do what he likes and which characters to put in which projects moving forward. After the premiere of the movie, during the press junket for the Suicide Squad, Idris Elba addressed the character and said that he would be very interested in more movies involving the character, which is yet another thing to mention when it comes to making a project about a certain character in mind. Around the same time, there was also some kind of a schedule given to the world that a Bloodsport project should begin filming in Atlanta in mid to late 2022. However, a few months have passed since then and nothing has come of it, which means this information might be false. There were also a lot of talks regarding the format of the project, and many people, including Elba himself, said that a Bloodsport project could be better suited for the big screens around the world. And I know what that is the case. It's mainly because of Elba's take on the character, who also added that he would like to know the character's past and how he even ended up in jail, hinting at his confrontation with Superman, the one I talked about.
We're all gonna die.
I hope so.
This means that there's also a high possibility that the project could turn out to be a prequel to the Suicide Squad, with Bloodsport's journey up until that point detailed a lot more than what we know so far. And with that being said, the dots kind of connect simply because of the story that could take place in the supposed movie makes a lot of sense, seeing where Gunn intends to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, on the more serious side, where he intends to start with his take on the Superman story, early days as a reporter for The Planet, and I personally think that a story of that sort would suit the character because, after all, he's widely known for one feat of his and him confronting Superman and putting him in the ICU. So with that being said, it would surely be nice for the character and for Idris Elba to get the movie that he wants. The groundwork is there. The only thing that needs to happen is for the project to get the green light and be put in development.
Control, we have a disturbance south of here.
As a side note, there were also some talks about Elba being engaged in some other projects, such as the rumored Afrofuturistic animated series, together with his wife Sabrina, who according to him is a geek when it comes to anime, hence the passion that she has Elba said kind of attached on him, and there might be something on the horizon regarding the news, which to me is exciting simply because of new something coming from Elba, who has proven himself in that field as well. So it will be an interesting thing to see something new from him, especially with the collaboration between his and his wife's studio companies, as it was rumored a while back. The fame of the Bloodsport character by the looks of things is rising with every passing day, and it would be a shame to not see him again in the live action. That is, if Gunn intends to omit the character from the planned DCU, but if Bloodsport is in the plans, then you should be expecting a Bloodsport project in the near future.
You lose.
Exploding compression bullets.
No one likes to show off.
Maybe as soon as 2024 or 2025, the time needed before Gunn kicks things off, speaking of which should give us more information about any upcoming projects from the DCU, possibly even an Easter egg or two about the character could go a long way into setting the stage for this trained assassin to take place, and do the bidding of those with deep pockets. See you in the next video.